Hello guys, and welcome back to Angie's Table. And today we're going to be making a creamy bulgogi udon pasta. Udon pasta. It's because in Korean you say udon, so I just kind of mix the two. But this idea just kind of popped into my head. Normally, creamy bulgogi pastas have the bulgogi in the cream, like smothered in it. But we're going to be making it where it's just kind of laying on top of the entire creamy udon noodles. So let's go right ahead and check out these ingredients. The udon noodles in some cold water to help it unravel and untangle the noodles. Today's video is going to be really simple and very quick, so I did want to get into some details about plating, and I'm going to do a comparison and examples of what makes the plating look better and what doesn't make the plating look better. For now, let's get cooking and we'll get into all that detail in a bit. Got my pan on medium heat, and I'm going to add in 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. We're gonna add salt. And 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. So the soy sauce will help with the umami flavor, and since we're adding bulgogi to this, soy sauce is the perfect complement to this creamy sauce. And we'll give this a mix. So for the bulgogi portion, I will not be showing you guys how to make this today because we did do a video on it before. So if you guys are curious about that, it tastes amazing. Check the link above that we have. So today I already have it pre-made, but if you guys want to make it, check the video out, or you can just buy it store-bought because that still tastes amazing. Like I said earlier, this is a super simple pasta, or udon pasta. There's not really much you need to do, especially if you have leftover bulgogi in the freezer. You know, you just take it out and reheat it. And it's mostly about the topping and the presentation. It's not so much about the entire cooking process. While this sauce is cooking and simmering and thickening up, let's drain the udon noodles. Let's add in the noodles and give this a good mix. So now, do you guys know what it's time for? Today's word of the day is 사진, which means picture or photograph. This is not pertaining to a picture that you draw, or like if your kid draws a picture for you, it's not pertaining to that, but it's pertaining to when you use a physical camera, whether it's your phone, a digital camera, or some sort of camera that you take. It's pertaining to that picture or photograph. That is today's word of the day, is 사진. Now our udon has thickened up, so let's get plating. Now we're gonna get on to the plating. I know it was like the fastest cooking that we've done on this channel, but we're gonna do a comparison of a bowl like this versus a flatter plate. I've said on previous videos with plating that it's better when they're taller, especially when plating pastas, but even on a small plate, I'm gonna show you guys how it looks okay if it's flat, but you do need to put some thought into it. So let me show you guys what I mean by that. Let's start off with the good plating, and I'm gonna use this bowl. Just gonna make this sit a little taller. And so you see that it's peaked like a mountain towards the middle as opposed to it being all on the sides of the bowl. And now we're gonna add our bulgogi to the middle. And we have a little indent in the middle so that we can place the egg yolk right there. Now be gentle and place the egg yolk. So the egg yolk is literally up to your preference. I know some people don't really like egg yolk, so it is up to you. If you guys are a little bit iffy on raw ingredients, then feel free to not add it, or a fried egg would also work for this dish. And next, this is where all the fun comes in. It's when you add pops of color, and that is also something that's very, very important in plating. So I'm using all sorts of colors. I have some black from the seaweed, green from the chives, and I have some cheese just to add extra creaminess and just to hold all the flavors together. And with the flat plate, since this is Grace's, I didn't put the egg yolk on there, and it looks okay, but I'll show you how you can elevate this. So if you guys look at the bad flat plate versus the good flat plate, there isn't too much of a difference, but you can tell that if you play with the shape and color, the presentation does look different. So you can really elevate the presentation of your dishes by just focusing on those concepts. And now it's time to eat, and today for beverage we have the brewed ginger beer from Trader Joe's. It's really good, so you guys should try it out if you guys have a Trader Joe's near you. Oh my gosh. Okay, got it. The best ginger beer. Okay, let's eat. You have your plate there, right? Okay, I'm just gonna pull this a little closer and give this all a mix. How is it? Is it good? It's a little cold now because we were doing like the presentation part, so the noodle's been cooked for a bit.
It's really good.
Okay.
I think I like the texture of the udon.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring this here. Wow. It actually really works together. I mean, mine's with egg yolk, so it's extra creamy for me. I don't know how it is for you.
It's pretty creamy without it too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think the bulgogi is such a nice touch.
Yeah.
It adds like a little bit of sweetness to like the saltiness.
Kind of wish we had it when it was hotter.
Yeah, but surprisingly it's still really good.
And the udon noodles are perfect. Oh my god, I'm spilling left and right.
Yeah, the texture is perfect. I really like this udon.
It's very different from the rosé, no, kimchi udon. Because this is like the complete opposite. It's just creamy with no spice. So it's a simple dish in the sense if you have the bulgogi pre-made.
I think this is like really kid friendly too.
Yeah.
You can have this for like a meal and your kid can just enjoy the same meal.
Exactly. Exactly.
And it's really simple. It's not like complicated with like a lot of ingredients in it.
And obviously with the egg yolk, sorry, we have a garbage truck going around today. It's garbage day. With the egg yolk, I personally really like egg yolk because it makes everything creamy and rich and it coats your noodles so good. I love egg yolk. And also I don't really like salty things, so it kind of tones down the saltiness of the dish. You know, when you have like a yellow base with black from the seaweed and then the green and the cheese, it just looks more vibrant, and that's why I like it. But I know a lot of people don't. Like my dad's gonna come over to eat this right after we film, and he doesn't really like egg. So he's gonna be getting what Grace got. I really hope you guys learned a little bit about the presentation and that aspect of it, because Grace knows I really care about presentation because I put all this hard work into it, but if the presentation sucks, to me it just doesn't look as appetizing. So I want that last step of presentation to be on point, which is why I care so much about presentation, and I try different things. I have a lot of different plates for different occasions because I care about the plating. But I think growing up with Korean parents, it was more about the amount than presentation. If we eat meat, it was just on a plate, meat stacked this high.
It was never presented in like a very pleasing to the eye way.
So I think that, like growing up like that, I wanted my foods to be different and I wanted it to be more presentable. So when you have guests come over, then it's, oh wow, they put so much thought. I mean, cooking for people is a big thing, but when you present it well for them, I think it makes them feel extra welcomed, in my opinion. So I hope you guys learned a thing or two about this. Invite some friends over and make them this Angie's Table creamy bulgogi udon pasta. That was like a mouthful to say. And we'll see you guys on our next video.